What's going on, peoples? Another episode of Cuffee Cultivation. I'm here with my boy Big Facts. How you doing, man? How you doing, sir? Good. All right. What we're going to talk to you about this episode is something that we use to fertilize our gardens exclusively. We don't, other than regular compost. We don't buy any chemical fertilizers. We don't even buy any really organic fertilizers or anything like that. We almost exclusively use Bokashi composting to feed our garden. And on top of the Bokashi compost, we don't even really use the compost out of the Bokashi. We just use the juice that is drained off of it, mix it with water, and we water our plants with that. That's basically all we use in this garden all the time. But I'm gonna step aside, let this man explain some things about Bokashi to you, because a lot of people have questions. We've been talking about Bokashi a whole lot in all of our episodes. Even one episode we actually showed ourselves mixing it, and people have been asking us, what exactly is Bokashi? Why do you use it, and how does it work? Things like that. I ain't got time to study it. So this guy did.
Yeah, so he made me.
So, he got answers for you. So, go ahead.
Alright, so Bokashi is first, Bokashi is Japanese for fermented organic matter. And
Oh, that was so good, though. That was ripe as hell.
and this is
This is not on camera right now.
the Bokashi bucket is right here. You can't see it, but it's right here.
Bokashi bucket.
Well, so what's in it is just a whole bunch of kitchen scraps and stuff like that, like eggshells, old tomatoes, old stuff.
Yeah, garden scraps, all types of. And actually, you can put bones and meat in there too. We just don't.
Dairy stuff.
Yeah, we don't do that, but they say you can because it breaks down or whatever.
Yeah. So you can't just put it in there. You have to what actually is the Bokashi is the grain that comes with it. And you have to mix the stuff with the grain before you put it in there. You have to
Oh, I just cause that's not what I do.
you have to push it down in there and then put more on top of it. And you just keep doing that. And Bokashi composting takes way less time than normal. Normal composting would take a couple months. This takes less than a month. There's the juice that comes out that we use for the garden. Is you have to take that out. Otherwise, it won't be able to fill up all the way and it'll be all nasty and stuff. And you can't just. You have to dilute it before you use the juice, because otherwise it's just gonna kill everything. Everything's just gonna die. It's all gonna be dead.
And on that point, I actually have used the juice pure as a weed killer. We had some type of tree stump in this yard and couldn't get rid of it. It wasn't a full tree stump, but it was one of those little skinny trees. And I poured some pure Bokashi on a cup. All I had was a cup of it. Poured it right on there. That jig almost disintegrated. Not instantly, but about a week later, it was not there anymore.
And the compost that's in this, the kitchen matter and stuff, you can't use that pure either because it's too acidic. And just like the juice, it'll kill everything. Because the juice did come from it, so makes sense.
It does make sense.
And once you take it out, you have to bury it either in dirt or in a compost pile if you have one as well.
I heard it because it speeds up, if you have a compost, it speeds up the compost process.
Yeah, and it has to fully integrate with either the compost pile or the soil before you can use it. And it says to wait about 10 to 12 days before you even attempt to use it. So yeah.
So our plan with this was, because like I said, we've only been using the juice from this. We haven't harvested any organic material to put into the garden as far as burying it. So what our plan is actually going to be is once the season is over and we finish growing everything, that's when we're going to extract the actual kitchen scraps, the decomposed stuff in there, and bury it in all these separate beds. Bury a little bit of it in every bed so that way in the off, oh man, what that mean? I just got off. That way in the off season, while as everything is slumbering, it's taking effect and bringing nutrients and stuff back to the garden. Now, bean. And so I don't know if that's, like I said, we're doing a lot of things here that may be, beans are growing good over here. It might be counterproductive, it might be counterintuitive. We're learning as we go here. I am at nowhere near a gardening expert. I make just as many mistakes, if not more, than any other amateur gardener. He's the same way.
More beans.
This is literally our second successful garden. We just wanted to start making this YouTube series because we have so much fun doing this, and we like to document it because maybe the mistakes we make you can learn from.
Okay.
Which is kind of our slogan. Come, you're off camera. So, I mean, the key phrase that we like to say is grow something. Everybody needs to grow something. You don't need to, but it's just good for your soul. You know what I mean? It's chicken soup for the soul. You know what I mean? But the Bokashi bin, and this Bokashi bin in particular, because I've seen videos where people make their own Bokashi bins where they take 2 5-gallon buckets. They get the first bucket, and they drill holes in the bottom, and they put that inside the second bucket, and then they put all their material into that first bucket, and put the Bokashi brand on it and close the lid, so that way when you want the juice, all you gotta do is lift that first bucket out of the second one, and that whole bottom bucket will be the juice that you could use. So that's a way you could make a Bokashi bin yourself. But with this Bokashi bin in particular, which is so dope about it, is it comes with a little spigot. So it has a little knob on it, turn it all the way on, turn it all the way off. And the only thing I did to this Bokashi bin bucket when I first got it was I bought a little set of screens, like little brass screens that you can get at the gas station, stuff like that. And I put that inside where the spigot is on the inside of the bucket, so that way it can't get clogged up with the organic material. So we just getting that juice out of there, and it's been working very well so far. We've had this bucket for almost, I think about a year now. I think we got it exactly a year ago today, and it's been wonderful. I haven't emptied it yet, not once. I haven't taken anything out of it other than the juice. So somewhere at the bottom of this is still the remnants of the first things we put in here. It's the decomposed matter of the first things we put in there. And I don't even know if that's what you're supposed to do, but it's been working for us, so why stop? Show the people the beans. Show the people the beans.
Beans. It's out of focus. You still see their beans.
Yeah, it'll be out of focus. Yeah, so this Bokashi bin in particular, I got it off Amazon for $50. I forgot the name of the brand, but I'll leave a link in the description to where you can get this Bokashi bucket if you're so inclined. It came with the brand that you actually have to put on it and activate it. And it came with a little small compost bin that you could put in your kitchen to collect the scraps and put out there. We started off using that, but then we stopped. We got fruit flies really bad. Like, we had fruit flies in the kitchen, and it is not cool just doing that all day. We were not having fun, so we just skipped the whole little compost bin, and when we have scraps, we just take it straight outside and dump it in here. You know what I mean? Skip all the middleman. All right, go ahead.
Alright, so this is the Bokashi bucket. This is the inside.
And you can see right on top, we don't have any brand on there. That's just fresh stuff we just threw in there. It's
stinking.
Yeah, it's gonna smell wild. It's gonna stink like hell. We might want to close that up before the flies get here. But if you could see right here, you see that fungus growing. That's what's breaking down all that organic material in there and speeding up the composting process. Go ahead and close it up, because that smells wild. And it's actually because regular compost is what's the word for it? Exorbic or something like that? I don't know, but this type of compost, This is aerobic, right?
Anaerobic.
Anaerobic. So regular compost is aerobic. You want air to get in it to keep it from smelling.
Yeah.
This is anaerobic, and since it's anaerobic, it's going to stink. It is going to stink. So even when you get the juice out there, tell them how wild that juice smell.
It smell wild.
It smell wow.
It smell wow.
Wow. But this is the result. We got a very green garden. You know, like I told y'all earlier in the last video, we did plant things really close together, but stuff is thriving, I should say. We got some tomato plants that are yet to give us any tomatoes or flowers, but we do have some that have tomatoes on them. This one has a couple tomatoes on them. We gotta tie this to, but you know what I mean? When it come down to it, my theory on gardening is, you know, if it makes you happy, then do it. There's no rules to this. Yeah, let me turn around. There's no rules to this. This is really about how you feel and what you want to do. What makes you happy, man? This makes us happy doing it like this. You know what I mean? So, remember everything we told you today. I hope y'all learned something about Bokashi. I hope it inspired some of y'all to go out there and maybe Bokashi. I don't know. I hope Big Facts gave you some big facts today. You know what I mean? Check out his shirt, first of all. Look at this man's shirt. That's how you know you should listen to everything he has to say. But, you know, I hope y'all learned something, like I said.
That was not ripe at all.
Oh, you got a non-ripe one?
Yeah.
I told you, you gotta squeeze it a little bit. That's how you tell if it's ripe. That joke is tough. It's not good when it's not ripe. Hope y'all, he just ate a non-ripe blue cream cherry tomato. They are not delicious when they're not ripe. It's like that scene from Guardians of the Galaxy. But
This one isn't.
you got a ripe one?
Right.
Is it? It's not all the way ripe, is it?
No. It's not.
The way I could tell,
I'm just
like,
gonna stop grabbing them.
no, like this one right here. This one right here is all the way ripe. When they change colors like that, that's all the way ripe. Right? Yeah, see, that's good. So you can get them a little earlier than that, but just to make sure you don't get the non-ripe ones, that's why I just wait till they turn colors a little bit. But hope y'all learned something. It's Cuffee Cultivation. Learn from our mistakes. Grow something. Now, hit my music. Did you bring the music this time? Every time. This is the signature. Did you break my music?